Hi there, welcome to my studio. Thank you for checking out this video. My name is Siobhan. On this channel, I share videos about figure drawing and specifically how you can develop your own natural and responsive style of drawing through drawing the figure. I focus on gesture drawing and I share my own process as well as tips and techniques to help you develop a dynamic and expressive way of drawing. So I haven't posted anything in a few weeks. I've actually been away. I went over to Ireland to visit friends and family. So it feels like I've been out of the studio for a really long time. In today's video, I want to share a quick fire process that I use when I feel like I'm really out of practice and I can't get back into drawing. This exercise is very useful to jumpstart your drawing because it doesn't focus on precision or detail or even trying to make a nice drawing. It's really about warming up with some loose sketches. So here's the video. I'll explain a little bit more about the process and I'll check back in with you at the end. As usual, I'm working from the model reel from New Masters Academy YouTube channel. That's a fantastic resource for online figure drawings or figure drawing poses. So I'll leave a link in the description below to the exact video that I was drawing from if you want to check it out. And for this drawing session, I used willow charcoal on newsprint paper. There are a few strategies that I tend to use in order to break that feeling of not being able to draw or just simply having a drawing block. These are strategies that I use to jumpstart my drawing practice. And the first one is to draw a full page of gesture drawings. So what that means is that I'll take the first 20 minutes or so of a drawing session and try to fill a whole page with these quick studies. And that's essentially what I aim to do in this video. I think overall I drew about 4 or 5 poses to warm up, and so each pose is drawn on the same page. What this does is, for me anyway, it makes me feel less intimidated by having to start a new drawing on a blank piece of paper every time. Throughout the warm-up phase, it makes me feel a little bit less precious about the process of drawing and helps me to get into my drawing a bit better. So, if one sketch isn't really good or it doesn't work or it feels like a fail, it's fine. I'm just going to simply continue to draw on the same page or even draw over my work. Sometimes at the end, it's actually nice to see a collection of drawings on the same page. Then the next strategy that I use in these quick fire quick gesture studies is that I try to not focus on the entire figure. The most important part of the figure, for me anyway, when I'm drawing is the torso. So just drawing the torso as a study or a section of the figure as a study is a great way to get into your drawing mode. It's a great way to take the pressure off having to draw an entire figure with all of the details. And personally, I tend to think anyway that you can often make a better drawing, a more interesting drawing, if you leave some parts undone or leave some parts just suggested rather than absolutely outlining everything. I try not to focus on the details for these quick gesture studies. I try to go for the big shadow shapes, the direction or the angle of the pose rather than small details. Now these are all ideas or techniques that I have talked about in a lot of my previous videos. I'm a huge fan of working with gesture drawing as a way to unlock your own unique expression basically as an artist, your own voice when it comes to drawing. So if this is all new to you, then please check out my other videos on gesture drawings or just drop a comment below if you have any questions. So the third strategy then that I wanted to mention that I would use in order to kickstart my drawing, especially if you feel out of practice, as I said, that is to be committed to drawing whatever pose you get. Now, this is something that you learn firsthand in a live figure drawing session where you simply don't have a choice. You have to draw the model that's in front of you. But if you're drawing online from reference photos, there's a big tendency, or at least I find this is something that I do anyway, that is I'll skip around or skip through poses that I don't like and try to choose poses that I think are really nice. So in this session, I simply opened up one of the videos on New Masters Academy and then just randomly clicked to each pose, paused the video, clicked through the poses and just drew for a few minutes. So avoid choosing what you think is a nice pose or a good pose. Try to stick with whatever pose comes up. You can also stick to the timer if you want, or set a timer for yourself. Okay, so altogether, those 3 strategies work for me to break through any drawing block that I have. At the end of the day, it really is just about getting into or finding that feeling of drawing again if you've been out of practice for a while. So I worked in this session, as I said, with willow charcoal on newsprint paper. I also used a kneaded eraser, and I think the total drawing time for this warm-up was about 20 or 30 minutes. I hope this really helps you in your drawing practice at home or in your studio, or if you go to life drawing. I'll let this video play out for the next few minutes for the last drawing or so, and then I'll check back in with you at the end. So thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some useful information out of it or some ideas for your own drawing practice. I'd love to hear from you. Please say hi in the comments. Let me know what strategy you use to try and kickstart your drawing. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel so that we can stay in touch. Thanks again for watching, and I'll look out for you in the next video.